following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Oh, it's a beautiful day. Got our man, Jim from Minneapolis. We're going to take it by storm.
Taking it by storm, baby.
I love that. That's a great saying, man. Hey, what's happening, brother?
Good morning, gentlemen. How you guys doing today?
Good, man. Yourself?
Oh, man. It's been the most incredible couple of days since when I called in on Friday, Litecoin busted out of that consolidation on the 2-hour chart.
Okay.
And it just never looked back. It did a 100-point ABC up, and now it's very extended the way I look at it. But
Yeah.
holy, I mean, it went up to $420 last night.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 24 hours a day. We go 7.5 days live a week at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. Love coming out of you makes you happy. The whole world can love you, but that is not the love that will make you happy. What will make you happy is to share all the love you have inside of you. That is the love that will make the difference. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We have the Dow Industrials up 227, NASDAQ up 139, S&P's up 39, gold contract down $8.80, trading at $15.68 an ounce. Silver down 58 cents, getting smoked, $17.47 an ounce. Light sweet crude up 30 cents, $53.44 a barrel. Notes and bonds. You get the 10-year down 8 ticks, 130.20. 30-year off 21 at 161.12. And King Dollar up 52 ticks, trading 98 flat. Euro is at 110. The yen is at 109.12, and the pound is at 130 to 1 US dollar. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you got? You have a bounce going out here right now. I expect it's going to continue a bit. You get the Dow Industrials right now up 0.8%, the NASDAQ up 1.5%, and the S&Ps up 1.2%. That being said, guess what, folks? You get a bounce going. You're going to have the volume contracting. Nice week for a bounce, actually, because what we have happening here is that you're going to have the high tech stocks, NDX tech stocks, 3 of the largest, reporting this week. You get 145 S&P companies reporting this week. You're coming into window dressing, all of the above. That sets up for a nice little bounce. That being said, guess what? You're going up with 43 million shares. We came down with 84 million as well as 87. So we'll see whether we can hit a high, or in fact, if the S&P wants to run into this 333, and right now you're at 327, 331 rather. 332 is the high, 332.95. But we're digging into the first downdraft out here, which was on last Thursday. The high of that was 332, the low is 327.36. We're right at that number right now. Now, how we dig into that is going to tell us flat out, can it get up into those highs? NDX 100. NDX 100, no doubt, when we start talking equities that are going to be coming out with numbers, folks, this is going to be the player. Why? Because after the close out here today, you're going to have AMD, Apple, eBay, Starbucks, and Xilinx. Okay, so Apple, of course, can move, and will move the NDX 100, the NASDAQ Composite, as well as the Dow Industrials. AMD, Xilinx, Starbucks, eBay, that's going to move the NDX 100 in a big way. That being said, the Q's right now up at 18 million shares. You're going into 37 million. Bottom line, you're at 221.67. That is exactly 221.67. The low of the first day down, which was Thursday, right? Thursday, Friday, Monday. No, Tuesday. No, Monday. What day is today's Tuesday? Monday, Tuesday. Yeah, Friday. It was the first day down Friday. That's how that baby sit up. Now, what is intriguing here, let's go over to United Airlines for a second. So United Airlines take this one down. There she is right there. United Airlines down 10 cents. That's not a lot, no doubt. $77.54. That being said, in the last 5 days, you're down from 90 to 77.54. And we turn around, we put this on a monthly basis. This thing looks to me like it can get down to 67 pretty quickly. Now, they get some real problems with the aspect of this coronavirus. What they just did is that they just stopped all flights there. Let me get the to China. I believe as of it's going to be February 3rd. There it is. Okay. United Airlines will suspend some flights to China after the fallout from the spread of the coronavirus, which has killed 106 people and infected 4,600 globally. United Airlines announced it will suspend some flights to China amid the fallout. The suspension is going to take place from February 1st to February 8th. That being said, now check this out. This is pretty amazing. I'm going to cross this over with United and Apple because this is pretty intense, folks. Listen, look at the business that Apple gives United. This is pretty amazing. Apple sends and takes 50 business seats per day, every single day from San Francisco to Shanghai. So check it out. The phone maker buys some 50 business class seats a day on the San Francisco-Shanghai run. One of several rates United Airlines says will start limited starting February 1st. While Apple designs this product in California, most manufacturing is done in China, requires close supervision from its engineers and managers. The Center for Disease Control and Prevention on Tuesday told U.S. travelers to avoid non-essential trips to China. Apple hasn't said if it's limiting its employees to travel to the region, but reduced hours in some Chinese stores after the government extended the Lunar New Year in an effort to contain the outbreak. Apple hasn't responded yet as they're looking for a comment. But Chief Executive Officer Tim Cook previously said that Apple would support relief efforts to help the victims of the virus. Well, forget the victims of the virus, man. I suspect what they're asking is that are you going to keep sending your folks over there? Can you imagine 50 seats a day, folks, is pretty amazing. Business class seats a day. I mean, it makes sense. You know, you're talking about $1 trillion company market cap, but it is still an incredible number, no doubt about it. We take a look at some of our excuse me, folks, higher volume equities inside this market out here today. You get Advanced Micro's up $1.26. Bank of America's up 42 cents. Apple's a big number. That's up $9, trading $3.18. You get Intel up $1.66. Microsoft's up $3.26. Microsoft got big numbers also. Microsoft, that thing is going right topside once again. You know, your high in Microsoft is 168. You're at 165, and it hit 160 yesterday. This is plowing right into the downdraft from last Friday, though. You're already, the bottom of the price structure last Friday is 164.45. You're already a buck above it. When you get into a price structure like that, that's saying Microsoft's going right to the highs again, which is 168. Microsoft is going to be coming out with numbers tomorrow. After the market, Microsoft's going to be looking for $35 billion to the top line and $1.32 to the bottom line. Pretty amazing numbers. Stay right there, folks. We're going to be coming back with our man, Mr. Basil Chapman. We're going to be riding that wave. Dow Industrials up 228, Nasdaq up 140, S&P's up 40. We'll come right back.
Hi folks, Tom O'Brien here. If you'd like to get my daily newsletter, Market Insights, then now is a great time to sign up for a 30-day free trial. Every morning by 9:30, I send out my morning letter to subscribers with market commentary on a variety of markets, currencies, and commodities to keep investors up to date on the day's trading action. Included in Market Insights are specific buy and sell recommendations for stocks, ETFs, and even options, with stops and price targets included for every trade in my newsletter. If you'd like to try my newsletter risk-free for 30 days, then head over to the front page of TFNN and you'll find Market Insights under Trading Newsletters. I use my years of trading experience to bisect and dissect the market every morning and give my subscribers the most important information they need to know for the day ahead. I even issue afternoon updates for my subscribers whenever warranted with important market action. I'm always scouring the market for the next great trading opportunity. Sign up for your 30-day free trial to my daily newsletter, Market Insights, today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Wow! Go get them, folks. The gold market has taken off topside in a large way in 2020. If you want to take advantage of this sector, now is the time to subscribe to my gold report. The gold report took profits in 4 of its equities in the gold portfolio in the first week of January for a combined profit of 99.2%, with 2 positions left in the portfolio that have a profit of 67.5% as of January 7th. The Gold Report is a comprehensive look at the metals sector as well as the markets that move gold, which is the currency and bond markets. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to lose. Every Monday morning, I publish the Gold Report with coverage of gold, silver, bonds, the XAU, HUI, GDX, as well as more than 30 different mining equities. To see for yourself the types of profitable trades that are recommended within the Gold Report, sign up now by visiting TFNN.com. Don't miss out on the next great gold trade. Sign up today.
Many of our new listeners have heard about The Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all those charts. You can test drive The Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on The Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN has launched our brand new website. You can still visit us at the same TFNN.com URL, but when you do, you'll see a new and improved homepage with a much simpler navigation, whether you're watching Tiger TV live in high definition or just accessing your newsletter subscriptions. We even have new pricing in 6 months and yearly options. Check out the new TFNN.com now and experience all the upgrades. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now trading up 222. We get the Nasdaq up 137. S&P's up 39.5. Let's go over to our man, Mr. Basil Chapman, as we do each and every Tuesday at 20 past the hour. And don't forget, folks, Basil has an outstanding show here every trading day, 12 to 1 Eastern Standard Time. Also has a great newsletter. Now, the way you get the newsletter, folks, you come over to our website at TFNN. You go into newsletters. You're going to see the opening call right on the top right-hand corner. You just hit subscribe. You can get the opening call for $128 for 1 month, $595 for 6 months, which is a savings of $173 or 22%. A year at $995, which is a savings of $541 or 35%. They all come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, folks. Everything to gain, 0 to lose. Basil Chapman, what's going on?
Hi, Tom. How are you?
Doing great, man. Yourself?
I'm very good.
Good, good. So, welcome back. I don't know.
Thank you very much.
Is this our first interview since you've been back? Might be, huh?
Yeah, so been away 2 weeks.
Nice.
Got back, and then Friday I did the show. But about just over a week ago, while I was there in Sydney, Australia, it's 16 hours ahead. It's really confusing.
Yeah.
But
Pretty
I
cool.
managed to do my newsletter every day. There was one day where I was absolutely confused whether it was Monday or Tuesday, but I managed
I heard that on your first show. That was pretty cool. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Right.
So what is interesting is that there was a high in the Dow. I'm showing the Dow chart right now.
Okay.
Well, first of all, I should say that while I was there, nothing was mentioned in the conversations I had with a few people that I met, Australians, about stocks or anything like that. A couple of people mentioned that the market was at highs and they just went on to something else. So even there was this quietness about celebrating new all-time highs that I've just never seen this before, when you get major highs where people just aren't talking about it. They're not talking about stocks that they made a fortune on last week or anything like that. So that to me was very important. But while I was there, I kept looking at the charts and I thought, wow, the peak that I had identified for subscribers to my opening call back on the 27th of November at 20,174, and we went short about, I think, about 7 points from the top. It looked great, and then it plunges down to 27,325, and then there was a doji candle and a gap up day, the following day, and then we started this big move to the upside. Well, I was looking at the charts, and the pattern looked exactly the same. So we were very fortunate with the day of the top 29,373 on the 17th. We were able at the opening the next day to short the market. So we are short the Dow. And we still have all our long positions because I'm not sure everything's done yet, and I'll explain why in a minute. But the patterns look exactly the same. You've got a peak G. It's very unusual in the Chapman wave not to go to a D, E, or F. It went to the seventh highest peak, which is G. And we did exactly the same thing on the 17th. And not only that, the S&P did the same thing. We've got quite a few indexes that are at Gs. That's very unusual. And then we plunged to yesterday's low. So the pattern, you can see, maybe I'll make this a little bit bigger so you can see it better. There you are. So I'll expand that. Now you can see it. So the pattern with a gap down very much matches the low that went to December the 3rd. The difference here is that although the MACD and stochastic did turn down, the on-balance volume was not yet at highs. It was still climbing. This time, what we've got, that's the blue line. This time, the unbalanced volume was right at the peak. It turned down, and we've got that gap. We've got a doji candle yesterday after the gap, and a nice move up today. But this is going to be very important. If we match the same thing, we've got Apple's earnings coming out in less than an hour. A lot of things are going on. We've got United Technologies. I don't know. I thought the earnings were coming out after the bell, but it might have come out this morning because they gapped down and then they ran quite nicely. With Triple M stock, I watch very closely. As gap downs looking very poor. So this is going to be very important because if the Dow is able, we're at 28,780 right now. This is 35 minutes before the closing bell. And if there's another big move up tomorrow, yes, we could be matching the very same thing. And the only reason why I mentioned that, and I'm not totally convinced that this is a top of significance rather than a short-term top, is that volatility index, and I'm just going to jump to the volatility index right now. Look how it screamed to 19.02 in matter of 2 days. It went from the 13s to the 19s, and the market was just, the Dow was only about 600-700 points off its all-time high. To me, that I said to subscribers to my opening call, that was a little too much too quickly. So I don't know how this will play out, because if I look at so many stocks, so many of them that are very important to the market are at peaks right now that essentially could be at least short to intermediate term, maybe 4 to 6 week tops. So this is going to be how we deal with the coming few days is going to be very important. And there's no question about it. If we close under yesterday's low in the Dow of 28,649, I believe we've made not just a short-term top, but one that will affect the weekly charts as well, and it could last a little longer. So that's kind of, the patterns are matching, but 2 or 3 of the indicators that I'm looking at, and I want you to show you this because I've shown you this for weeks and weeks. You know how I've spoken about the 9-period moving average above the black, this is the green line, above the black 14-period moving average?
Yes.
And that when we got the sell-off back in November to the December low, the 9 EMA held just above that black line. Look, the green and it never turned. It turns pink when it crosses negative.
Okay.
Never turned pink. So to me, that's going to be very important. If in the next few days you start to see that 9-period moving down, it's not a timing issue. It is a trend issue. So if that turns pink, it means that we've now, on a shorter term, turned down to the sell mode, and that'll be the Dow. You'll see, I just wanted to show you something else quickly while we're here. Look, the S&P is a little bit higher, so it's going to have to do a little bit more work to turn down sharply. SPX.X, let me get that. You see that green line is a little bit above.
Yeah.
So it isn't as close. And the QQQ, and that's the reason why I think you mentioned it before, Apple is so important here. Look, the QQQ, the NDX 100, Apple's a big part of that. Well, Apple's also a big part of the Dow. Look, it's holding very nicely so far. So I know the parameters to look at. Just make it real simple. If in the next few days the indices close under yesterday's lows, that's going to be very important. Suggest it's not it's not the virus issue right now. It is really, at this particular moment, the market is somewhat vulnerable, as I see it, to some kind of downturn. If you look at Apple, there it is, same thing. The MACD's turned down, stochastics under 80%. The 9 period is above the 14 period, and that's really what's holding it up here. So this is going to be very important for me because I haven't really been wanting to grab a lot of shorts, because the fact is we've gone to this level twice already. It wasn't just the November one, it was the time before, where you pull back a few percent, bam, next thing you know, you're at highs. So we've got to be careful here.
Yeah,
so
and I got one more thing that's applicable for you, Basil, with the Chapman wave. Now, this is sad, folks, but the bottom line is that Cuba just had a 7.7 earthquake, and they're evacuating Miami offices right now for a tsunami.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah, not good. Folks,
No.
come over to our website, TFNN. Go to the newsletters, the opening call. You can check it out right now. Basil, have a great one, a safe one.
If you're not
Thank you very
currently
much,
using the TAS Profile Scanner when looking at setting up your trading opportunities, then your arsenal is short a mighty weapon. The TAS Profile Scanner is a standalone piece of software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Headed by Steve Dahl, TAS understands that in today's technological world, the use of top-flight software applications and technical analysis expertise is essential to successful trading in today's market. You also gain access to the webinar that Steve Dahl and Tom O'Brien just hosted, The Best Way to Use the TAS Profile Scanner to Profit. This webinar archive is available for all subscribers immediately upon signing up. All new subscriptions also come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Start your subscription by visiting the front page of TFNN.com today, and you'll find the TAS Profile Scanner under the Services tab. Sign up today. Are you in the market for buying or selling real estate in the Bay Area, including the surrounding St. Petersburg, Tampa, and Clearwater markets? Tiger Real Estate LLC is a firm that has extensive experience in the Tampa Bay area. Whether you're looking to sell your current property for maximum value, or you're in the market for a second home or investment property, Tiger Realty has the experience across all areas of real estate in the Tampa Bay area to help buyers and sellers make the most informed decisions across all price levels. From the price you should be paying per square foot in certain up-and-coming areas to the type of cash flow investment properties are capable of creating, Tiger Real Estate can help you make the best decision when it comes to all areas of the market. Before you make one of the biggest decisions of your financial future, call Tiger Real Estate LLC today at 727-329-8322 or email us at tiger@tfnn.com. That's 727-329-8322. Call us today. TFNN has developed a daily programming lineup for traders by traders. We start every trading day live at 8:30 a.m. with Tommy O'Brien hosting the morning market kickoff as he starts the day off by breaking down everything you need to know about what's going on for the trading day ahead. At 9 a.m., Larry Pesavento takes your calls and questions live on the air for the opening bell as he hosts Trade What You See. At 10 a.m., Tom and Tommy O'Brien host the Bull Bear Trading Hour. At 11 a.m., it's Kevin Hinks and Alex Coffey from TD Ameritrade Network with Fast Market. Basil Chapman at noon with the Tiger Technicians Hour. Steve Rhodes hosts the Trader's Edge at 1 p.m. Dave White with the Power Trading Hour at 2 p.m. And Tom O'Brien closes out the day for the final hour of trading live from 3 till 4. Don't miss a second of our daily programming lineup. Tune in to Tiger TV every trading day live at TFNN.com. Educating investors.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. So we're just talking about that with the earthquake with Basil. So check it out, folks. It's pretty intense, actually. Well, so this happened at 2:10 this afternoon. You had a 7.7 magnitude that struck in the Caribbean Sea between Jamaica and eastern Cuba. Big quake, no two ways about that. It was felt strongly in Santiago, which is the largest city in eastern Cuba. This came all the way, though. The quake also hit the Cayman Islands, leaving cracks in the roads and what appeared to be sewage spilling from cracked mains. There were no immediate reports of deaths, injuries, or severe damage in the Caymans. The islands see so few earthquakes that newsroom staff were puzzled when it hit. It was just like a big dump truck was rolling past. Yeah, it's kind of like that. I've been in a few of them, folks, because what happened is that when I had offices up in Alaska, I've been in a couple rollers, good rollers, and I was in one when I was in the Marines in Southern California, and the windows broke on that one. So what ends up happening when you get rollers like this, if you could actually look down in the cement, and you can see the cement actually rolling. You know, like I was in bed both times, and I was like, oh my God, this is a trip. Anyway, but they're over pretty quick, but I can see why they said it's a cement truck coming through. That being said, though, what is happening in the United States right now is that they are evacuating the high-rises in Miami's financial district for a tsunami. That's what's going on. Now, that doesn't mean a tsunami is going to come, but the threat of a tsunami is out there. And I guess the way the way a tsunami wave would work is that a tsunami waves reaching 1 meter, or let's say 3 feet above the tide level are possible. That's what they're saying here. And basically Cuba, Honduras, Mexico, Cayman Islands, Jamaica, and they're worrying that if in fact the tsunami does get generated out of there, that they could get something in Miami. Big number though, earthquake. Man, oh man, holy cow, unreal. 877-927-6648. Market-wise, it hasn't done a thing to it. There's no doubt about that. We go and take a look at the S&Ps, but you're going to see S&Ps look to me like they're going to finish at the high of the day. You're at 3283 right now. 3285 is the high of the day. We go into the NQs. We take a look at the NQs. Of course, we're up $1.63 and the NQs. Let's see, 9109. Yeah, and you're into it. You're into it by 8 points right now. The strength inside the NDX 100 right now is that you got Trip.com. Now, this is the one that was getting smoked. Now, this is going to be interesting. This is up 5.5%. Now, this is the company, it's Trip Group, which is in Shanghai. This is the company that was getting actually smoked the last 4 days. It went from a price point of 38 down to 28 yesterday. Now that's one of the biggest movers out here. You're up $1.79. You don't have the volume behind the move, but that certainly is a bounce, I mean, in a big way. Second highest leader inside the NDX 100 is Maximum Integrated. That's up 3.7%. NVIDIA's up 3.6%, and Clack's up 3.5%. Now you can see those last three, folks, all chip stocks. Chip stocks basically rule the market, meaning they take the NDX up, they take the composite up, and they take it down. Taken away from it on the way down, you got NetApp is down 1.8. You got Dollar Tree off 1.6. Citrix is down 1. That's after that stock has been up dramatically. Inside the Dow Industrials, the strength versus the weakness out here. Inside the Dow Industrials, the mover out here today, I believe, is Apple. Yeah, Apple's putting 60 points into the Dow Industrials. Goldman's putting 34. Microsoft's putting 22. Home Depot 21. Taken away from it is 3M. 3M's the culprit out here today. That's a negative 64 points into the Dow, but the Dow is up 226. Apple. Let's see what the numbers are in Apple. Revenue, this is what they're going to be looking for. They're going to be looking for... Now, what's going to be so cool here, folks, is this. This is Apple's each and every year. This is the biggest quarter. This is the way Apple's fiscal year runs, is that the $88.4 billion they're going to be looking for. So this quarter right now is the holiday quarter for Apple. So they're going to be looking for $88.4 billion to the top line. They're going to be looking for $4.56. And just to give you an idea, last quarter, only $64 billion. You're talking about $22 billion more in 90 days. It's a monster number, but of course, When you're talking holiday seasons, you're talking big numbers here. They are still looking in the, when you start breaking down the segments, what you have is that the South America and North America, that is still one of their biggest markets, growing at 10.5% over a 3-year period. Europe, 6% over a 3-year period. China is contracting by 3%. Japan, 8% gain, and the rest of Asia Pacific up 9%. When we talk about services versus products, these services are going up pretty dramatically. You know, now that they're turning into real numbers. Now, the products they're looking for, this is per year now, $213 billion product-wise, service-wise, $46 billion. And the service business is growing by 23%. So just picture, you get 23%, you're talking about a 46 number, so you're talking about basically $10 billion a year on a growth aspect. If they can keep the 23% up, that's going to be no doubt a very large number. And what the market is going to be looking for today is that they are going to be looking for what are those service numbers and what's going on in those service numbers. Oil, let's go over the ExxonMobil. ExxonMobil out here, I believe they're going to be coming out with numbers. They're coming out with numbers on Thursday. ExxonMobil having a hard time holding any type of price. This is pretty amazing watching how this is shaking out. Now, ExxonMobil is trading at the lower end of its consolidation. If we break this consolidation, we've been in this consolidation for a long period of time. In fact, let me bring this back and you can see just how long this consolidation has been on. So, the consolidation, we've already broke one consolidation at 66. The consolidation that's going after right now is going to be at 56. So we broke the 66 with conviction. You have volume on the way down. That's a big problem. That's saying that ExxonMobil wants to get out of 10 more points. And then if you break 56, folks, you are talking about some monster numbers. I mean, that's going to be a disaster. Down it's like 47 or something. So we'll see how that shakes out. But if you do look at this on a much longer term basis, you're going to see that ExxonMobil is trading back at 2001 levels, I think. No, 2006 levels, 2006 levels. And with 2020, of course. Chevron, we take a look at Chevron. Chevron also going to be coming out with these numbers before the market on Thursday. And Chevron, exact same type of chart. You know, Chevron hasn't come down as much off the highs as Exxon has because but bottom line is that it wants lower price. In fact, Chevron's in great shape compared to ExxonMobil. Chevron right now, the highs in Chevron are out there at 125 and 135, and you're trading 111. So that basically is in decent shape. Our phone number is 877-927-6648 Dow. Dow Industrials right now trading up 231, Nasdaq's up 138, S&P's up 40. Come right back.
If you're in the CD market and looking for a secure investment, the Tiger First Mortgage Program may work for you. The security for these first mortgages are building lots in the tax opportunity zone in St. Petersburg, Florida. The Tax Act of 2018 set up tax-free zones across the country where you can build and hold for 10 years and pay no tax on the profits, which makes these lots valuable. The investment is anywhere from $30,000 to $75,000. The interest paid is 7% yearly, paid on a monthly basis. According to Bankrate.com, the best rate for a 4-year CD in the country as of February 20th is 3.1%. A $50,000 investment at a normal 4-year CD rate of 3.1% would give you income of $1,550 per year or $6,200 over the 4-year period. That same $50,000 investment in the Tiger First Mortgage Program would give you $3,500 per year or $14,000 over the 4 years. Which would you prefer, $6,200 or $14,000 of interest on your investment? If you would like more information about the Tiger First Mortgage Program, you can call me at 877-518-9190. That's 877-518-9190.
If you're a trader in the market looking to find the path that leads to maximizing profits while decreasing risk, then now is a great time to try out Dave White's daily trading service, The Path of Least Resistance. Through the use of options and equity trades, Dave advises his subscribers on a daily basis of the current market conditions and what possible trade setups are on the horizon. The Path of Least Resistance is published every trading morning, often with updates intraday when initiating trades or closing out positions. Dave White has advised his clients of some outstanding winning options and equity trades in recent months, and now is a great time to try it out for yourself. New subscribers to the Path of Least Resistance receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the types of options and equity trades that are available by signing up for the Path of Least Resistance today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com and selecting the newsletter tab. Sign up today. Biotech is booming, but for how long? Whether you think the biotech bull has room to run or has run its course, trade LABU or LABD. Directions Daily S&P Biotech 3 times bull and bear ETFs. Visit directioninvestments.com/biotech today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Tom O'Brien.
Dow's up 215, Nasdaq's up 135, S&P's up 38. And just to give you an update on the earthquake, this is pretty intense actually, because what this just came across the tape is that tsunami waves have been observed. The Pacific Tsunami Warning Center said in an alert based on all available data, hazardous tsunami waves are forecast for some coast. So the real question is going to be what coast, because it's kind of blown out, meaning you got Belize, you got Cuba, you got Honduras, Mexico, Cayman Islands, Jamaica. This part here is pretty intense, though. In Miami's Brickell financial district, thousands of people are streaming out into the streets right now. And as they're coming out of the Bank of America building, they're interviewing some of these folks, and they say that in the Bank of America building, they could actually feel it. Their workers are in the top floor, and they could feel the tremor, which is pretty amazing. The Cayman Islands authorities are urging people to move away from the coast. Now, I tell you, I just came back from the Caymans over the Martin Luther Day holiday, folks, and I know the Caymans pretty well. There's not many places you can go to move away from the coastal areas in Grand Cayman. You know, it's basically Grand Cayman, and the reason that the diving is so dramatic and so great there, Grand Cayman is like the tip of a mountain that comes up from the water. And so we've got to hope for the best all around here. Pretty intense, man, no doubt. The financials, the XLF. Let's go into the XLF. We just did the XLE, XLF out here. Like the rest of the indices out here, gap down. We were at 3110 was the high when you look at the XLF, gap down to 2975. What is going to be intriguing here is to see how this thing shakes out, because when Dave White was going over a couple of chip stocks, he was talking about how he was talking about AMAT in particular. But this is set up the same way, man. And this is what this is. This is where a danger point is. The XLF had already gapped down going back to December 3rd. You know, December 2nd, we were at 26. You gapped down, and you had big volume at 67. Okay, so you go 30 to 27, 29 rather. Now, that looks small, and then you go to higher highs. You have volume behind the move, then you totally give it up. When you do come to tops, these are the types of tops that you actually see. You gap a couple times, you go to a higher high, drive everyone out of their mind. You gap down again, comes all the way back to the top again. And that's why I said a little bit earlier, this is the perfect storm at this particular point to get up to the highs, to do it on lighter volume, and if that's what you get, then you'll see this market pull back once again. it's intriguing that the XLF has the same as the chip business. Let me go to the SMHs, because I don't think the SMHs are set up like that. Yeah, they are. Interesting. So the SMHs did the same thing. Yeah. So that was just a little gap. But when you get the second one, it makes a big difference. And in fact, watch this with the SMHs. If I put a trend line in here, you're going to see that the trend line, basically, you gapped under this twice. Now, the first time that we gapped underneath it on December 3rd, you jumped right above it again. And the real question is going to be, do you jump above it again? In this particular case, the SMHs would have to get to 146.49, which is not hard to do. You're up 360 today. 146, 149 is only $1.20. And what I do expect we're going to see out here is that whatever happens with Apple, the NDX looks to me like it doesn't want to go higher. This bounce, I don't expect is going to be a one-day deal. Apple right now is digging into the highs that were generated out here on Friday. The low of the high we're right now as we come into this close. So it's going to be really intriguing watching how we come into the close. What Apple also has, it does have volume behind the move. Apple had gapped down with 40 million shares. You get 28. You're going to see them put some juice into Apple in the next 20 minutes. That's how this thing seems to be setting up right now. Gold. Let's go to the gold equities. Take a look at the gold equities. We'll start with the GDX. GDX today is backing down 69 million shares. That's light volume on your back down. We didn't have enough volume yesterday. We were talking about the gold stocks. They were selling them off yesterday. They had got to higher highs, couldn't handle the downdraft that had been created out there on January 8th. That being said, this is just in a consolidation because now you're coming back into lower price and you have volume contracting. That being said, Royal Gold. Royal Gold's having some problems out here, folks. Okay, this is a big heads up if you happen to be in this market. My take is, if you have the gold report, you know that I felt it was going to retest the 109 area. We retest 110 today. I want to see this thing hold here. Do you have a contraction of volume? And that's good. And we've rejected price at this particular point, but that's a big heads up inside that market. We've done 364,000 shares today. Now you're going into 1 million. I expect it's going to get out of here again. Franco-Nevada, FNV, this is just the other side of the market, meaning the royalty market, the streamer market. This is at all-time highs. Yesterday hit an all-time high of 112. This thing will not back down, man. I mean, this is really impressive. Now, Franco-Nevada is important because of the context that most times what you see is that when you have these royalty stocks and these streamer stocks going to higher highs, that's all about what and where is the physical gold market. Right now, physical gold, we're at 1568. If we go into that market and take a look at it, what you're going to see out here is that yesterday you went higher, but the bulls and bears were fighting like crazy. You had a wide price spread. It closed out right in the middle of that price spread. Yesterday we did 398 million on the way up. You get 364 on the way down. That 364 is going into 463, so that's still set up all right. That also, though, is telling me that we have to build more cars in order to get to higher price. The note and bond market still want higher price. In fact, if you look at the TLT, you're going to see it's a beautiful setup. And the TLT took out its consolidation, did that on Friday and Monday. Yesterday we had 10.9 million shares. You're only doing 7 right now. Nice setup. TLT to me wants to go up to this 148.90. And what that is also saying is that we're going to continue to see buying in the 10-year, buying in the 20-year, and buying in the 30-year. Time-wise here, what I do expect we're going to see, we get 145 S&P stocks reporting this week. You have the monsters out here reporting today, tomorrow. Let me go over this. And if you want to see want to get a quick update, folks, on what's reporting, just come over to our website every day because right on the front page under featured content, you're going to see Tommy does the morning market report. He has them all right in there. So a quick, nice little Cliff Notes of where the market is, what's coming out is right there. So what we're going to get out here this afternoon is that we're going to get AMD, Apple, eBay, Starbucks, Xilinx. Now those are going to move. Those are going to move markets, folks. Starbucks. People are going to be looking at Starbucks and saying, okay, what is happening in China and how is that going to affect the market? Starbucks has been trying to grow for quite some time in China. That being said, the bottom line is that they're going to have they have big competition in China anyway. We're lucky. Stay right there, folks. Come right back.
I'm certain you are or strive to be one of the best at everything you do in life. It's the most common trait that we tigers and tigresses share. If you're looking to become the best of the best when it comes to managing your money, let me teach you to do what most wealth managers tell you can't be done, which is how to time the markets. I'm Steve Rhodes, author of Mastering Probability, and for the last 12 months, Timer Digest has been tracking my newsletter signals, which have earned me the ranking as their #1 market timer in the nation for the S&P 500 for the last 12, 6, and 3 months. Timer Digest also ranks me as the #1 market timer for gold as well. The fact is, markets can be timed, and I'll teach you the exact set of tools that I use that has transformed me into one of the best at what I do. Sign up for Mastering Probability today by clicking on the newsletter tab on the homepage of TFNN.com and get immediate access to workshops where I take you step by step how to use an extraordinary set of tools as well as provide great market calls too. Sign up today.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome, folks. Dow up 215, Nasdaq up 135, S&P's up 38. Now, right after the close, folks, you will see AMD come out, eBay come out, Starbucks come out, and Xilinx come out. Apple doesn't come out, so if you're watching the futures, okay, bottom line, they will affect the futures inside the NDX ASAP, probably when I'm doing the 4 o'clock update. Apple, different ball game, because Apple doesn't come out with theirs until 4:30. 4:30 this afternoon. So bottom line is that that'll affect the futures, no doubt, but not as fast as the other ones will as we come into the close, because the future market doesn't close until 4:15. It reopens again, of course, 20 minutes, 15 minutes later. Numbers-wise, we'll see where this baby does shake out. When you take a look at the volume characteristic out here, where you get a big bounce going, you do have light volume, so you're contracting on the way up. Right now, inside the NYSE, you're at 546 million. That'll end up being like almost 900. You know, that's the type of volume that they put in at the close. There's no doubt about that, folks. Inside the composite, you're at 1.8. We'll be at about 2.2. We'll put out 400 million in there. That 2.2 is going to be versus 2.5 on the way down. So what I think we have here is that you get a nice setup. You're going to be trying to run. I suspect the NDX 100 is going to try to run into its highs. That's the way this seems to be set up. That's dug into the low of the high pretty good out here today. We got to 91.11. Well, it needs more than that, actually. That's 10 points into the low of the high, but I suspect it can do it. You know, because the composite, it's not going to take a lot for that composite to run up another 150 points. It can do it pretty easy when and if you get Apple and Microsoft moving the same way. And the way Microsoft is set up, Microsoft's coming out tomorrow morning. Microsoft set up that, to me, it looks like it wants to go hit its all-time high. You're up $3.34 right now. Microsoft has definitely dug into the downdraft. The downdraft of Microsoft was 164.45. You're already at 165.64. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. And whatever you want in life, folks, visualize it like a nice big motion picture. Step into it, take ownership of it, and fly with it. Everything you need is right inside you. You might as well have a blast with it, folks. Look forward to speaking to you right back here. Come join us tomorrow morning, 8:30. Have a great one, folks. Have a safe one.